Hello, Anne Spencer here and welcome home. Welcome back if you've came back to the Wellbeing Channel, the channel to help sustain a more balanced and holistic lifestyle. That's what it's all about really in a nutshell, isn't it, darlings? And in this episode, episode 26, is about change and shift. Not always do we want to change, of course. Certain things you're quite happy with in your life and happy with yourself. That's important. However, this world, our world, is quicker than ever to change at the moment. And we want to move and shift subtly with those changes. Our world is shifting, has already made a shift, in fact, and it will continue to do so. And it will move our life in different ways. Survival has been paramount for many businesses, small businesses, big businesses, like each of us individually surviving. Our local ways of shopping stopped. Our social life stopped. Our ability to be free to travel stopped. Not to mention our connection, that human need for connection. All of these things and more. Yet perhaps without the headspace, any of us, to even consider adapting ourselves or innovating ways towards a new way of life. Because by all accounts, if you think about it, those normal activities which are thrown out the window in 2020, they actually presented us with opportunities for change. If you look at it positively, change and great ways and ideas to get us moving into a different lifestyle. I know that some of us maybe didn't want to change our lifestyle, but if we have to change with those, even subtly, with the world and its ways, then why not? Take control and develop the changes the way you want them. So, in other words, we may well be challenged, but that lends itself to doing things differently, which, let's face it, can be very refreshing. So let's move as subtly and as relaxed as we possibly can. Go with the flow, allowing your own ways to carry through, but developing ways to adapt at the same time and blend yourself like your favourite smoothie. Let me add, don't overthink it. Don't overthink things too much, because we all do that, don't we? If you're in like me, well, I do. We all have amazing, fabulous imaginations, but it will actually magnify things into non-realistic situations. In other words, if something comes up, well, wait till something comes up and then deal with it. I'm not going to overthink things. I'm going to reassure myself that if it does come up, I'll deal with it then. Manage what thoughts are in your mind. You can't change what's happening, the pandemic, or anything else that may be bothering you or you might be going through. And you can't change what's going to happen either, but you can always change how you think about it and what you allow yourself to think about, and that's what counts. Change and shift that type of thought, those type of thoughts, when you're reaching that place that the negative thought is becoming bigger than it should be. Seriously interrupt those negative thoughts. Be on it, be aware. And when you start doing that, you default into that habit of changing, of recognizing, being aware, then magic happens. Magic and miracles. Perhaps, yes, but it's about having the will, the strong will to change or move forward with a strong incentive, a purpose, those things that you want to do. And you have it, don't you? The will. And placing your attention on the things that matter most to you. And stop using your thoughts to make things worse, yeah? When you take your attention off everything, and including and especially material things, that is known as the door to the quantum field, folks. How's about that? Ask yourself when you're there in your state of meditation or in your state of quiet thought, am I doing what I feel is right for me? What do you feel when you say that? What do you think about when you say that? And when you start to recognize those things that make you feel, when you feel it viscerally within you, there is an energy wave that you can actually feel. I feel it when I do that. And those little changes, little steps of change can make a massive difference to your life. And when you think about something that you really love, or you would imagine the thing that you would most like to do, that you imagine that you are doing it, and you get that thrill, that feeling viscerally, literally in your body, that is you opening up a field of energy, and that little step, if it is to do a little bit more meditation, if it is to change one habit in the morning and one habit in the afternoon, no matter how small, that little step of change is all you need to make a massive difference to your life and the way it goes forward, particularly in a world that is showing us different meaning and different ways to live our lives. Alrighty then. With that said, your brain is a powerful weapon. Yeah. And we want to continue to grow and develop. And I don't just mean through career-wise, but you as an individual. There are so many pieces of information out there. This new wave, if we call it, really, of manifesting things, of keeping grateful, a grateful behaviour. All of those things are so popular now. And because the truth is, it works to your advantage. That's why it's so popular. We can't always have our swagger, that groovy mood and that spirited light that we might sometimes find ourselves in. It's not always glorious, but as I said, your brain is a powerful weapon. It is, because remove your phones, your computers, and all the technology that flows with that. Take them all away, and you are alone with your brain, and it will control you. It's talking to you 24/7. What is it saying? Is it good? Well, that's fair enough. But if it's not, then beware. Beware, as in take control. I mean, your brain is the only thing you have when you're going through something like depression or difficult times, hard times, death of a loved one. Real live shit, that is. And you can't Google all that shit. You are alone with your thoughts there. You may have friends or someone you can go to, family, whatever, but you are alone ultimately with your thoughts and your brain. You are mostly. So what I'm trying to say, without putting too much the fear of the dark abyss, is take control, because you can do this. You must stop and think. Use those mindful ways of meditation, distraction, anything, rationalizing your situation. Stop all of that. This is what helps you move through difficult times, and you will connect to your higher way of living, a higher way of thinking, beyond just those simple things that bring you down. Be like an Olympic runner, for example, or just an Olympic anyone who push themselves to a boundary where they think they can't go on, but they go on and they conquer another record. They go beyond that boundary. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do with your mind, your brain. You can do it. It is there for the doing. But again, little steps. I don't want to be pushing this too much, although I think I have said all I can say on that subject. But please subscribe, follow and share, all of those things, and join me for the next chapter with your world, quite simply. Thanks guys for listening. See you next time. Bye.